Joining me live now is the director of Redbridge Group, Simon Welsh. Simon, we heard this line from the Prime Minister a little earlier this week that he wants to get out of people's lives and governments need to get out of people's lives. From these groups, do you know where this line has come from?
Yeah, g'day, Laura. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. I have to admit, I raised a little bit of an eyebrow when I heard the line because clearly it's coming from voters on their right flank. We certainly hear, stories of folk that, everyone's tired, everyone's done with lockdown, everyone's fatigued with that, and this idea of government no longer intervening in your life, telling you what to do, certainly has a strong appeal on that sort of right wing of their voter base, particularly among men in that voter base. But back on the centre, what we're hearing is almost an inverse of that, which is folk saying that, the job really on COVID and the recovery isn't done. The job's not done yet. It's, we still need government involved to, protect vulnerable industries, protect vulnerable businesses and protect vulnerable people.
We've got a new line this week as well. Just yesterday, in fact, that the Prime Minister is kind of harking back to 2004 using a line that worked so well for John Howard, saying that, look at the other guys. They're always going to have higher interest rates and higher petrol prices. Now, we know that this isn't immediately in the government's control when it comes to these issues, but do you think this could work again? Seeing as what you're hearing from the focus groups?
Certainly, there's sort of two competing sort of economic anxieties for folk at the moment, and certainly that sort of what we'd sort of call the kitchen sink economics is one of them. And this is where the Prime Minister's earlier comments sort of run against the grain of what the other one is, which is this idea of sort of building back better. We've got this opportunity to address some of the inequities in our economy, and I'm thinking of here, things like sort of wage growth, insecure work, these sorts of things. So we're picking up a lot of this sort of more structural economic stuff as well as the kitchen sink stuff. And certainly speaking to the kitchen sink economic works, how that previous narrative about not wanting to be involved in your life, stepping back and less government sort of intervention in your world, I don't think it straddles both those sort of economic concerns around remaining folk at the moment.
Yeah, we feel like we're in an election campaign already. Are people going to get sick of that, Simon?
I would suspect so, if history teaches us anything. And certainly we're sort of seeing on our side of the fence, inside the bubble, if you will, that there's a lot of research going on at the moment. There's a lot of focus groups out there. It seems like everyone's in the field. So the pressure is building.
Yeah, a lot of fatigue perhaps on the way. Who knows? Simon Welsh, thanks so much. We'll speak next week.
No worries. Thanks, Laura.